Ooh boy, we got ourselves another Marvel trailer to talk about, and that is the official teaser for Captain America: Brave New World. Which is funny because the rumor going around the Twitterverse was that it was gonna drop yesterday. Nah, it turns out those rumors were a day early. So yeah, Captain America 4, this time with Sam Wilson, aka who we used to know as the Falcon, now taking up the mantle of Captain America, which we saw in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So now we see Sam Wilson donning that outfit, which I think is pretty badass, not gonna lie. Like, he's got some pretty badass action scenes in this trailer, dude, when he's in that outfit, where he does that spinning kick, which we've seen him do before, but that's always an awesome move. But I'm getting ahead of myself. This teaser starts out with Sam Wilson approaching President Thaddeus Ross. Yeah, he's the president now. This character used to be played by William Hurt before he passed. He's been around in the MCU since The Incredible Hulk. We last saw him, well, technically in Black Widow, but chronologically, we last saw him in Endgame. He was at Tony Stark's funeral. Point is, now he's being played by Harrison Ford, which is funny, because Harrison Ford has played the President of the United States before in Air Force One.
Get off my plane.
Yeah, I wonder if there's going to be an homage to that in this movie. And there is even kind of a meta joke where Sam Wilson says,
I have to admit, I'm still getting used to the new look.
yeah, it's like your face is completely different. Oh my god, what happened? It's like you're a different person altogether. They're talking about how he doesn't have a mustache anymore because when he was William Hurt, he did have the mustache and now he doesn't. Meta funny. But anyway, moving on, the dialogue goes on.
I want to make another run at making Captain America an official military position.
All right, we still on that, Ross? Because that is kind of reminding me of what he wanted in Civil War, which was 8 years ago. Man, time flies. But yeah, he wants to work with Captain America to make that a military position, I guess. He still wants Captain America to be under military and governmental oversight, which, you know, we've seen that doesn't go well. It didn't before anyway. Maybe things are different now. I mean, after all, that was Steve Rogers' main problem. Sam Wilson was definitely on his side. In fact, he really was like his right-hand man. He believed in that cause as much as Rogers did, of being against the Sokovia Accords. But now that Steve Rogers is no longer around, Sam Wilson is going to have to face this problem head on as the new Captain America. Needless to say, there's going to be a lot of pressure on him. And we see that this movie's bringing a lot to the table. Giancarlo Esposito shows up to cause problems. I don't even think I knew he was going to be in this movie, so that's a nice surprise. And it looks like he's going to be a villain, which of course makes sense. We all know he's great at playing a villain. I'm all but expecting him to stroll up onto the scene all like,
You have something I want.
and when he inevitably does absolutely say that, it will make me smile. In all honesty, I have no idea who he's playing, but dude, it's Giancarlo Esposito. He's gonna be awesome. I love that dude. We see that Isaiah Bradley is back. Isaiah Bradley, we remember from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He was a super soldier back in World War II, I think it was, or some previous war. I admit I haven't watched that show since it came out, but I do remember his final scene where he gets his statue is so far still the only scene in the MCU to get tears out of me. That was some good stuff. Although in this movie, it looks like he's going a little nuts. They're at this meeting and all of a sudden he gets up and shoots at the president. I read somewhere that he was triggered by some music that was playing overhead. I don't know. But all that super soldier subliminal triggering, that played a part in Civil War as well. There's just no getting away from that, is there? And then, oh my god, we get the uber comeback of all comebacks in the MCU so far, to like, in the entirety of the MCU.
Global power is shifting. You're just a pawn.
Tim Blake Nelson returns as Samuel Stearns, aka the leader, and this has been a long time coming, because for those of you who might not remember, Tim Blake Nelson as Samuel Stearns was in The Incredible Hulk, as in, yeah, that movie that came out in 2008. That was the second movie in the entire MCU. Some Hulk blood got in his head, and we were like, all right, he's gonna become the leader, and that was a loose end that was left open. We never got back around to that. Fast forward 16 years, Jesus Christ, that is actually how long it's been. 16 years! And we are finally getting back to that. Oh my god, talk about the long haul. Cause now Tim Blake Nelson is finally back as the leader, Samuel Stearns. Oh my god. What the actual fuck? Seriously? And also from this shot, why does he look like the Mask? I can't be the only one who thinks that, right? Smoking! I just think that's funny. So yeah, we have Harrison Ford as President Thaddeus Ross, Giancarlo Esposito coming in as a villain, Isaiah Bradley returning from Falcon and Winter Soldier and going nuts, and Tim Blake Nelson returning as Samuel Stearns, aka the leader, but we are not done yet. Yeah, there's more. Because there's a scene, and I saw a couple of people point this out on the internet, where Captain America's flying around and there's this big, like, structure coming out of the ocean, and people are saying that is Tiamat. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I guess this big structure is Tiamat, the Celestial from Eternals. And again, we're finally coming back around to that. If you don't remember, in Eternals, yeah, this big celestial was gonna emerge from the planet and blow it up, but Cersei stopped it and turned it into marble. So now we have this giant celestial head and hands sticking out of the ocean, and that was already a few years ago. The MCU hasn't really touched on that since, and now it is. I love that. I love that continuity. And also in this scene, I noticed we see very briefly Sam Wilson is flying side by side with Joaquin Torres. Yeah, this character played by Danny Ramirez we also remember from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Sam Wilson gave him his old Falcon wings at the end, so now Joaquin Torres takes up the mantle of the new Falcon. So now we have Sam Wilson and Joaquin Torres, Captain America and the Falcon flying side by side. I love that. It's awesome. So, Harrison Ford replacing William Hurt as President Thaddeus Ross, Giancarlo Esposito as a villain, Isaiah Bradley returning and losing his mind, Tim Blake Nelson coming back as Samuel Stearns, the leader, after too long, Tiamat from Eternals finally being touched on again, and Joaquin Torres taking up the mantle of the Falcon. Yeah, this movie is bringing a lot to the table. Oh, but we are not done yet, because this teaser ends with quite the hell of a stinger. Red Hulk is finally in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I have been waiting for this for so long. I've known about Red Hulk in the comics for a while, and I've just been wondering in anticipation when they're gonna bring him into the MCU. Now, I know who Red Hulk is supposed to be in the comics, but this teaser doesn't reveal that, so I'm not gonna say who it is here, but I will say, holy shit, that looks fucking awesome. And also, I will say that's not Bruce Banner. It ain't, but I'm excited, man. They even teased it on the poster. I saw the poster before I watched the trailer, and even then I was like, holy shit, Red Hulk, finally! That's a pretty cool teaser poster too. In the end, Captain America Brave New World looks pretty cool. And yeah, my main thing about it is bringing a lot to it. A lot of cogs seem to be turning in this movie, so I just hope it's got a runtime long enough to justify it. And I admit, I thought of this. Of all the things it's bringing in, it's not gonna have Sharon Carter? Because that's the cliffhanger that The Falcon and the Winter Soldier left us with, the mid-credits scene, where it was revealed that she was secretly the power broker. She is a villain, but I guess we're not coming back around to that just yet. I don't know, maybe in Thunderbolts. But as for this movie, I love what I'm seeing so far. I love the action, I love the visuals. I'll admit, I think the editing in this teaser is a little jarring. Like the way the words flash on the screen, I was like, okay. That's gonna throw me off in the movie theater when I see Deadpool and Wolverine. But that's just this teaser though. The movie still looks kick-ass. And so now I wanna know what you think about this. So, the official teaser for Captain America Brave New World, named after a classic book. Have you watched it yet? What are your thoughts on it? Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And of course, thank you for subscribing. Peace!